part 5 of Mashiach and his teaching of Torah. In the Bible, this is the chapter that is representing the giving of land to the Levites for pasture land for their cattle, and 6 cities of refuge. And these are represented by the 7 gods. And in Numbers chapter 35, verse 2 to 6, we read, "Ye shall give also unto the Levites suburbs for the cities around about them, and the cities they shall have to dwell in, and the suburbs of them shall be for their cattle." And here represented by the cattle heads. "And for their goods, and for all their beasts. And the suburbs of the cities, which ye shall give unto the Levites, shall reach from the wall of the city and outward 1,000 cubits round about. And ye shall measure from without the city on the east side 2,000 cubits, and on the south side 2,000 cubits, and on the west side 2,000 cubits, and on the north side 2,000 cubits. Therefore, in the giving of the land, we have 2,000, 2,000, 2,000 and 2,000, which added together gives 8,000 cubits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Here represented by these gods. Now the 7 gods resting on the cattle beams represent the 6 cities of refuge and 1 description of a city. At the end of the middle section, here, we arrive at 4 mummified gods. These are represented in the Holy Scriptures as 4 laws for shedding blood: the striking down by iron, stone, wood, and enmity, which we read in Numbers chapter 35, verse 16. And the associated laws with them are detailed. And so we move on to the lower section of the pictorial representation of the 3rd division of the Tuat. Once again, we see Tem leaning on his staff, giving instructions to 9 gods, and 9 gods with scepters. The 9 gods with scepters and the 9 gods without scepters must represent the change in status of the gods taken up in the Bible when the 9 tribes are given authority once the river Jordan is crossed. In the top register are 12 mummified forms in open coffins, and next to them 12 grain gods, indicated of the 12 tribes of Israel acquiring land and inheritances in the promised land, the land of Canaan, spoken of to the Israelites once they crossed over the river Jordan. 9 gods are shown, and this is reconciled in the Bible because Gad and Reuben and Manasseh already inherited their lands before crossing the Jordan. We have to turn to the book of AM-AUA, which comprises what is in the third hour to discover the origins of crossing the Jordan. A description is given for it, forms the basis for the land given to Israel. And it states, "This great God afterwards taketh up his position in the fields of the plural gods. And this great God paddleth his way over the stream of Osiris, in sailing up this field, which is 309 and 120. This great God uttereth words to those who are in the following of Osiris, to this city, and he allotteth unto them estates, which are situated in this field." And in Numbers chapter 33, verse 50 to 53, we read, "When ye are passed over Jordan into the land of Canaan, then ye shall drive out all the inhabitants of the land before you, and destroy all their pictures, and destroy all their molten images, and quite pluck down all their high places. And ye shall dispossess the inhabitants of the land, and dwell therein, for I have given you the land to possess it." Clearly, the Tanakh follows the mythology of the AM-AUA precisely because what is described in the AM-AUA has been plagiarized in the Holy Scriptures.